Lions and Crosswatchers. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra Reading. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Mars conjunct Leo rising, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 25 years in service, babe. Woo, working it. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There's a Kindle version available. There's a link in the description box. Click it, check it out if you like. And you can see some of the prayers, practices, and principles in chakra chapters, no less, that gets me going, kept me in business these 25 years as president of Drawing the Circle Productions and a mystical artist and all that jazz. The Kindle version's nice, it's clean, it's very clean cut, but the original version is a Fellini Film Festival compared to the Kindle version, and some of my patrons get that on Patreon. Patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. Best creative move I ever made in my career. My work, career, vocation, with all my chakras being engaged on the daily. All of my subscribers, regardless of level of subscription, get 3 benefits in common. Number 1, they get me every morning, pretty much, give or take, every morning. They get an unlisted YouTube live stream link with me so they can chat with me, literally chat with me. Well, the type, I guess. Chatting about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a little something to send us on our way. A stellar way for me to start my day, considering what I do. My checklist changes, but, you know, order and method. And they also get all the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s. There isn't one for this one, but all of them that are there, they are timeless. All my extended reads are timeless, and they are soul contract based, relationship based, so as long as they remain subscribers, they get all of them, as well as they get a significant discount on private sessions with me, spiritual counseling and readings. We'll talk about that at the end of the video after the reading is done. If you would like to wait around for that, you're more than welcome to. But I will say, to any creative types out there, Leo, 5th house, creativity and good fortune, check out Patreon for yourself. And certainly, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with my Patreon. Like, for example, you can follow, right? You don't get access to the content, but I do publish public stuff there. So you can follow along, see what's going on, as well as we also have some 7-day free trials going if you would like to check those out as well. It's all in the link in the description box. I even made a video for it for May 2023, although this is a timeless recording, so check it out. Come Patreon on Patreon. You won't regret it, because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, let's get into the chakras, shall we? My pleasure, my honor, and my joy to serve. Like I said, I am Mars conjunct Leo rising, so let's do some explanation for the new Leos and the Crosswatchers, and then we'll get into the divination. It is a 10-card spread. I'm using the 8 chakra system, as I learned from Caroline Myss. That's MYSS. She's a PhD, and she's the author of Anatomy of the Spirit. Brilliant work for chakras, and it's like a Rosetta Stone, that book. It's quite amazing. So yeah, we're using the 8th chakra over the head. So we'll get 3 mythic tarot for the lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy, the yang stuff. We'll talk about it when we get there. Then we're going to take 4 Daughters of the Moon tarot for the feminine energy, heart, throat, third eye, crown dynamic. That's 7 so far. And then over the head in the 8th chakra, we'll be using a Caroline Myss archetype card to indicate the soul contract that you are alchemizing from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy. It sends down the codes to all the other chakras, shifting what we attract and what we repel so that we can no longer delay. Oh, we can choose to delay, but why delay what cannot be prevented, so that we come into alignment with healing. It's such a general read that way, just the 8th chakras, so to help it, make it a little bit more specific, maybe not for everybody, gotta take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're gonna get you 1 chakra reading, I should say us, 1 chakra reading card from Rachel Sharman, Rockpool Publishing. They use the 9. Yeah, they use more than 8. I think they use the 9 chakra system because they do the one under the ground as well. I think they call it the Earth. I call it the Earth Star Chakra. I forget what they call it right now. And, of course, I'm going to get you a healing mantra from the Metcon Healing Mantra deck. Just 1. Making 10 cards in total to help you align, right? To help you manifest your heart's desire, heal, right? Heal, grow, learn, evolve, manifest what you came here to do in this life, however you want to see it. And cross-watchers, absolutely you are welcome to get some insight, some understanding, some sympathy, and some empathy for us Leos, because we can be a little complex and a little blunt too at times, but we're proud of it, yeah. So that you can help us heal, maybe with the healing mantra or whatever, because as one of us heals, all of us heal. So even if you help heal the cross-watching target, I don't know what the right word for that is, the cross-watchee, let's call it the cross-watchee, it sounds fun. Not really. The one you are cross-watching for, as you help them, you'll be healing the entire Leo collective little by little, helping us heal, myself included, so I appreciate it. So I guess that's about the explanation. Let's get into the divination. I just did some lovely prayer work, a good half hour of meditation too, longer than usual. So let's see what hits the table. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will do the best that I can to help anybody heal. Align. Shift to a more golden timeline, right? A leaded timeline to gold. A toxic to healthy. Out of whack to in alignment, however you want to phrase that for yourself. And the shift from that explanation to divination happens in the still point. So let's find that still point. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Gods, please override. As I call upon my beloved gods of fire, my gods of Leo, my gods of the powers of the south, please, beloved gods of fixed fire, 3 cards face down, lower 3 chakra dynamic, root, sacrum, solar plexus, in that order. What does the Leo, for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs and cross-watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, what do they need to be aware of going on in their root chakra, tribal power, the physical body, like how all the bones join together to make the tribe of the skeleton in all these different ways, right? The tribal dynamics, the physical world, certainly. Second chakra, creativity, right? Sexuality, one-on-one relationships, money, sex, power. Ooh, that one just popped right out for the Leo and the cross-watchers. How about solar plexus, right? We think Leos with the solar plexi. Good drag name. What do you got for them? Solar plexus, personal power, boundaries, self-esteem, survival, intuition, for this Timeless Chakra Read. We're going to get the next 4. We're actually going to get all 8 on the table face down. And I like laying them down from root to 8th and then reading them from 8th to root. I think it's a fun dynamic. Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Let's do this. The internal. Please take a nice deep breath. Gotcha. Still point. Goddess, please override. As I call upon my beloved goddesses of fire, my beloved goddesses of the sign of Leo, and my beloved goddesses of the powers of the south, please, 4 cards face down. Heart, throat, third eye, and crown for us Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers watching this video. Drawn to this reading. What's going on in the emotional power, the heart chakra? What's going on in the willpower? Spit, swallow, or chew. Choices and decisions. What we will, what we won't. Throat chakra. Third eye, mental power. Crown chakra, spiritual, mystical power. I'm surprised how quickly these are coming out. Alright, well, like I said, I did do a half hour of the Ashias Ascension, all 5 spheres. Goodness gracious, what I do for my work, career, vocation, oops, wrong deck. It's a little distracting. This energy's kind of high. I even have a ringing high pitch in left ear. Okay, figures, the feminine side, feminine energy. Let's get this 8th chakra, though. The dominant archetype. Now, there are 9 different families of archetypes. You can have an archetype, a reason, season, or a lifetime, or just have a lesson with someone who has it for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You heal you a little bit, you help them a little bit, etc., etc. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Please take a nice deep breath. Still brilliant. Pantheons, please override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for us Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and our cross watchers who are watching this video, receiving this reading, this one we will do face up. One card in clarity. What is the soul power? The soul contract. The alchemical healing challenge from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, poverty to prosperity, and that takes so many different forms, not just financial, right? From alone to all one, right? All these different things and all these different chakras. So what is the dominant 8th chakra archetype? We are alchemizing from shadow to light, lead to gold, to pain to peace. Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. This timeless chakra read. The monk nun. I can't believe I got this again in Leo. Leo's one of them. No, I think I got the femme fatale in Leo, but the monk nun, I got it in Libra. I write down my readings. Hey, if they're coming through me, I might as well, right? They always seem to pertain later, even if I don't see it at the time of the recording. So the monk nun is a divine family archetype. It is spiritual, mystical power that we are developing here. The shadow attribute written on the card, it represents the lead, toxic. The light attributes the gold, the healthy, 3 atoms in between those 3 on the periodic table that have to be released, surrendered, cannot be created or destroyed, right? So the shadow attribute of the monk nun, negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. Now you can see my arms are crossed over my solar plexus, but do you know I'm a Virgo and that my legs are crossed too? Oh yeah. Yeah. The world seems a little cuckoo bananas right now, right? So negative judgments of the physical world, I'd say that pertains. But excess piety. Piety is the 2nd chakra grace. Now we think of piety as someone who's pious, like that ain't no fun. But the grace of piety, it's in my book, Words of Grace. I learned it from Carolyn Mace, which also rhymes, is honoring one another. It's the 2nd chakra grace of piety with the companion grace of mercy, one-on-one relationships. Honor one another. That we're all here to teach and learn from each other, that we all have one-on-one individual contracts. So piety is that reverence. Like instead of like reverence for all of life, that's root chakra, all is one. It's honor one another. It's revering, if not with the person's behavior, can be that there is something of value here. There is a contract. This is something that is to my benefit. But excess piety, that's the icky, right? That's the... I don't know why I go British when I do... Yeah, that was British. I love Eddie Izzard. I made a massive crush on Eddie Izzard. The light attribute, the gold, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. See, that moves you into unity. There's only one spirit. It's not like anybody's got better chi than anybody else. It's only one life force, right? And it's not that we're all interconnected. I'm a little over interconnected. We're all one, right? So very, very powerful, but certainly not social, right? Unless you're hanging out with a bunch of nuns. Let's look in the crown chakra, right? Spiritual power. 10 of Blades in the crown chakra is a revelation, honestly, because element of air, blades, this would be the 10 of Swords, but no stabby in the back. This is a ceremony called the rattle, the passing of the talking stick in tribal nations, I don't know, around the world, but certainly I learned about it. The indigenous peoples. Oh, my mother's a teacher. I was totally raved. We went to like reservations like all over the East Coast. Learned a lot. Obviously, we've had some past lives together there. So my mom's totally into the Three Sisters, corns, beans, and squash. So, you know, the talking stick, it got made fun of a lot in the 90s. Once it hit, you know, let's not go there. But it is a really important ceremony, particularly in your own energy field. The 8th chakra, the 7th chakra, right? The crown chakra does not have languaging. That happens in the 3rd eye. So there is a resolution, a mental, all the pieces of the puzzle are in your crown chakra, and that's why it's kind of saying go there. Go there. We'll see what the chakra reading card is. It might not be the crown, but it might give you an entry point up into the crown, because it's not the easiest place to go into that stillness and silence. Unless it is. Okay, third eye, excellent. Kuan Yin, Nine of Cups. Could this be a wish fulfillment thing? Sure. I don't necessarily connect Kuan Yin, the Chinese bodhisattva goddess, depending on who you read, as a wish fulfiller, as much as she gives us the compassion. Nine of Cups for me, more than anything else, sort of like the Nine of Pentacles. Like, no, I'm good. I got my own, thanks. Right? This is emotionally that. This is self-love. You're not at the Ten of Cups, the ecstasy card in the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. But this is just there. Now, in the third eye, this could be a purification, an emotional purification of the third eye, which can come through joy, can come through grief, can come through, right, all that water. But Kuan Yin is about compassion, a goddess of divine love, true love, if ever there was one. So this feels more of like a healing and a balancing in the mind, as a result of what's going on in the crown, right? That's so interesting. Let's look at third chakra. What you're going to do with it? Very good, very Leo card. The Six of Flames in this deck is dedicated to Bastet, the Egyptian goddess of the sun with the feline cat head. Play, I mean, balanced fire. I mean, we've got a 10, which is the completion of a cycle. In the crown, we've got the 9, which is 3 threes, nice and stable. Not all the way home, but nice and stable. And then we've got the 6 here in the throat chakra. I would say that, again, general read, in terms of how you're interacting with the world with that monk nun, this could be a lot of fun. But it's also about chewing. It's not just about spitting out everything that comes, like, oh, download, blah, 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 like, you know, the online at Starbucks. Probably not, you know, location. But this just feels good. Now, spit, swallow, and chew. That's my way of remembering. Sometimes you get an intuitive hit, and you spit it right out. It's like, ooh, and it feels right? There's alignment. Other times you're like, oh, not now. When you swallow it, it's okay. It'll come back up when you're ready for it, usually. But then there is chew. I'm like, I'm going to chew on this. Like, in other words, it's not leaving the throat chakra. It's not quite in the third eye. It's not quite, no, it's like in between, right? So creativity, right? That could be very, very creative. And here we go. 10 of Cups in the heart chakra, the ecstasy card. So look. This is our heart. This is my true love card. This could be a true love read, but I'm going to say the true love is going on the inside. More about, right, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Selfless devotion is it the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali? They call it obstinance, right? It's just like, I am going to heal no matter what. I am going to merge with the divine, right? It's that kind of vibe. You got to admit, it's really Leo. Although stubbornness, obstinance, we usually do with Taurus, it's still a fixed sign, right? All right, so look, you know, whatever this may be, this is why this is why I do this with clients. When I do this kind of reading with a client, you're getting an archetype in each chakra, right, with the outer and the inner, right? It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. But this is like a good dip your toe. Oh, let's see what's going on in the solar plexus. 6 of Swords. I'm liking this reading more and more. Yeah, 6 of Swords in the solar plexus certainly speaks of a journey that we are taking here, but one of mental balance, going from choppy water to smooth, right? It is a mental, this could be about counseling, communication, healing, balancing, and again, we got the 10 of Swords, blades in Daughters of the Moon Tarot in the 8th chakra, so this feels really good. I would say that if you're really expressing yourself and communicating with others, prayer totally could be your relationship to yourself, solar plexus's relationship to self in the world, but seeing yourself even as on a journey. It's like, I'm making my way through this because the answers are on the inside, but on the outside it feels like there is definitely some modes of communication moving forward here in a mental way. Not all the way home, obviously, but out of the 5 into the 6. Pretty good. That could even represent someone that's having an impact on your life. And in the 2nd chakra, there might be someone actually having an impact on your life in this read because you've got the King of Wands, the Aries card. Now, this person would not necessarily have to be an Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Remember, a lot of people just know their sun sign because they looked it up in the newspaper, right? Their horoscope or online, right? But certainly, cardinal fire. It is a trine at some point to Leo, right? In the fire sign family here. And creative fire, different than the fixed fire of Leo. This could be a very second chakra connection that is creative, but hot. I mean, we do have the true love card, right? The approach to this mentally is lovely. I'm like, no, but I'm good. Like, this is kind of how I feel right now. Like, well, look, at the time of this recording, it's June 2023. This time next week, I will be in Brooklyn getting ready for Gay Pride, the Gay Pride Parade, New York City, man. It's been years. I went to World Pride was the last one, right? So I'm ready to fucking have some fun. I don't need to touch nobody's stuff unless, you know, the divine says, look what we set up for you. But certainly this feels lovely, particularly because I can relate to the monk archetype, because that's what I was during the pandemic. At one point I was like, monk archetype, and then I looked at myself, I was wearing a brown robe and slippers and sandals. I was like, oh geez, I guess I am, right? This is why, if we can see clearly 24/7, 365, oh fuck balls. Root chakra, we got the Tower. The only major arcana here. Now look, don't freak. The Tower is a wonderful card when it's wonderful. And in this kind of alignment, Kiss of True Love can be the Tower card. One instant, everything changes, and this is changing in the physical world. Now look, if something has been destroyed, or gets destroyed, it's only because the foundation was cracked that there's a newer, better, stronger, more stable foundation. And I gotta say, tens across your chakras. We've got a 9 here, right, in the third eye with Kuan Yin. We've got the 6 and a 6. We've got 2 6s. Air on the outer, fire on the inner, to chew on this and have fun with this. It's going to be a lot of fun. So there might be an opportunity coming that changes more than you realize. Now, the lightning bolt is what we see hitting the Tower here, though we have Poseidon, the earth shaker, god of the waters here. In the traditional Rider-Waite base tarot, those little droplets of light are called the Yod. It's a Hebrew letter. It means the finger of God. This could be a divine intervention thing that hits you physically in some way, shape, or form. And that doesn't mean it has to be horrible, but it would make sense. If you've been doing your prayers, your practices, you know, living by your higher principles to the best of your ability, single-minded devotion to spirit. And, you know, that doesn't mean you have to, you know, go live in a monastery or an ashram. You can make your hive pretty much, well, and got kind of like funky ashram vibe here, like witchcraft ashram. I love it. I love my home. So I get that, like, coming out of that and into the world, this could be very that. Thankfully, we have got 2 more cards to hopefully make this a little bit more detailed. But in terms of energy, I love the Heart, Third Eye, Crown vibe. And honestly, this feels like perhaps a challenge in lower 3 chakras, outside in, inside out. Again, a general read, because this could be you from the outside looking in at yourself with that creative fire. If you have any planets in Aries, first house is personality, ego, and self. And definitely solar plexus vibe as well. So, let's get a chakra reading card. Rachel Sharman, Rockpool Publishing, to get a little bit more clarity, as well as to say, look here, like, which one do you want to start with? Because they're all pretty good. I mean, even confronting the Tower, but remember, it also has the one under the ground. No, but yeah, it's only doing the 9, not the 10. Oh, let's just do it. The voices of the higher selves of all involved in this one. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Higher selves, please override. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, cross-watchers and anybody maybe we ain't met yet or haven't dealt with, recently. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the chakra reading card from Rachel Sharman, giving us the guidance, the grace, the love, the wisdom, the power, and the clue, the tip, the hint. Look at this. Start here, right? Look into this to help us alchemize the monk nun in the 8th chakra with the rattle in the crown, Kuan Yin in the 3rd eye, Bastet in the throat, Inanna's house of heaven in the heart, 6 of swords in the solar plexus, King of wands, Aries vibe in the 2nd chakra, the sacral chakra, and tower in the root in this timeless chakra read. Oh, clarity. It's looking a little 3rd eye colorish to me, one would think. 3rd eye clarity, which would make sense with Kuan Yin there. Card number 25. This has an affirmation, by the way, which is also why I like using it. I don't use it a lot because it doesn't apply to every single thing that I do here on the channel. But when I apply it, it works. What am I looking for? Oh, 25. Oh, these fancy schmancy fonts. You kids and your crazy fonts. 3rd eye chakra, clarity. Now, by the way, look at cool clear quartz. It's so pretty. It's a beautiful card. I wonder if that's photography drawn, or maybe both. You have attracted this card into your awareness today because clarity is upon you. Now, I'm going to say Kuan Yin clarity is a pretty good way to go. The ability to experience clarity is connected to the 3rd eye chakra, and the more this chakra opens and is activated, the more clarity you will receive. It's time to see things clearly, to receive the answers you have been searching for. Well, if you've been searching for an answer, sometimes right in front of us we don't see it. And that does make sense with that 10 of blades in the crown, actually, particularly if we're unaware of it, right? It's like we're not always aware of what's going on in the crown. You are being encouraged at this time to cleanse and work on strengthening your 3rd eye chakra so it can work to its full potential. So I'm just going to stick a pin in that for a second. So with Kuan Yin, you can go directly to Kuan Yin and say, Kuan Yin, what's going on in my head, man? My 3rd eye. I don't know. I don't know if this is real. I don't know if this is truth or this is illusion. I don't know if I'm being lied to. I don't know. I've got a history like everybody else on planet Earth, right? Kuan Yin would say, it's okay. Of course you do. I've seen your contract, kid, right? Of course. This is beautiful. And to do this in prayer, you know, if you're a Reiki person, you're pretty much already attuned to Kuan Yin anyway, so you might as well Reiki, schmakey, eggs and bakey. There are some great meditations you can do to activate the 3rd eye, and a great crystal to assist with this is amethyst, although I use lapis for the 3rd eye. Place this crystal on your 3rd eye. Point and breathe in its energy to help activate and awaken your chakras. As your 3rd eye opens, you will receive a lot more clarity in your life. Clarity comes when we can understand and clear the confusion around stressful situations in our lives. Now look, if that's the tower in the root chakra, that would say that. But, you know, we can even be stressed by something really wonderful coming out of the blue, and our stress kind of throws up a lead shield so we can't see it. Just saying. What in your life requires clearing? It is now time for you to action some clearing. I am still spring cleaning. It takes me till about Yule to finish. Sometimes our minds create illusions that stop us from seeing the truth. It's time for you to let go of the thoughts that no longer serve you and come into a place of clarity. And honestly, thought is the element of air, Leo, fire. So how you inspire yourself, that's element of air, right? Once you receive this clarity, you will feel a deeper sense of self and well-being in your world. This card can also indicate that it's time to clarify a particular situation in your life. You may have asked a question, and this card is telling you that once you work on finding clarity, the answers will come. The affirmation, I experience life with divine clarity. It's not just mental clarity. Psychological clarity is lovely. Forever young, right? Sometimes these archetypes, it's like, oh, right? You get that aha moment, right? It's in the 3rd eye real strong. This is divine clarity. That means they know all along, we don't. So to be compassionate with yourself in your thinking. And I will say this, if you find yourself overthinking, can't sleep at night, I learned this from Matt Kahn, bless his heart, bless his love revolutionary heart. He says it's just your heart's not open, right? But I don't see that this is an issue here. In fact, I gotta say, this is a lovely heart that zodiagram. I'll claim this one. You bet your ass I will. You bet your root chakra I will. Bite my shiny magic root chakra. Oh, Saint Bender of the Futuramas, shall we? I'm the fun one. What do you think? If you try doing this every day without a sense of humor, you will crack. No thanks. No thanks. I got kittens to take care of. Well, full-blown gigantor witch cats, but whatever. The Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn to bring this all together and to help, right? Putting it together with that affirmation for clarity. I think we got a good gig. Well, let's see. Last card down. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ascended Masters, please override. I call upon the Ascended Masters of healing. I mean, it's all about healing, but we'll say the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly for the Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Cross Watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. What is the perfect healing mantra to help us align, fine-tune, and alchemize this monk nun chakra in the 8th, rattle, 10 of blades in the crown, Kuan Yin, 9 of cups in the 3rd eye, Bastet, 6 of flames in the throat, Inanna's house of heaven, 10 of cups in the heart, 6 of swords, solar plexus, king of wands, sacral chakra, and the tower in the root, pointing us towards the clarity of the 3rd eye. It's the perfect healing mantra to help us do this for this timeless chakra read. Inspiring others. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. That's how you connect. I do it all the time. I live in a condo village. We're not necessarily all chummy, up each other's root chakras. No, there are no Gladys Kravitzes that I'm aware of in my condo village. But absolutely, I'm just like, oh yeah, like if I see anybody, the other day, I was shopping, someone had gorgeous lilac hair. I mean, obviously she wasn't born with it, maybe it's Maybelline, and I just said, your hair is gorgeous, right? It was at Aldi's, right? Pushing a cart, and I'm like, I love you. She's like, oh, thank you so much. I'm like, I'm purple today. We had a little giggle and moved on, right? It shows that not all strangers are strange, right? That there is kindness in this world. So I love this one. It's a really good one. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I'm going to do that, man. Gay pride. I will be like, ooh, look at you. You look gorgeous. It's going to be fun. I need a break. I work a lot, if you can't tell. Inspiring others. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. Woof. When others are inspired, you allow them to take center stage and step into a greater acknowledgement of their personal power. When others are made to feel useful, they are likely to embrace more courageous decisions as their self-worth increases. Now, that's not buttering somebody up to get them to do what you want. That would be the opposite of inspiring others. That's controlling another, and it don't work for long. Imagine the perfection of not having to do everything by yourself and infusing others with a greater sense of purpose just by asking for their help. It's not a matter of feeling weak or being incapable. Instead, it's about realizing the gift of inspiration you possess simply by inviting others to be a part of your day. And I do it all the time. I do. Though I don't leave the house much, it's warmer now. I don't go out in the cold if I can avoid it. This mantra is ideal for increasing intimacy. Boom chicka wow wow, maybe. In relationships. Resolving martyrdom. No, that's okay. You go off to the gay pride parade, I'll just Simonize the house while you're gone. And communicating your needs, man, that's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful because let's face it, monk nun is very solitary. Very, very solitary work. I mean, unless you're in a community, but even then, vows of silence, vows of poverty, vows of chastity, vows of no. So to be able to inspire others to take this clarity in the 3rd eye of such compassion, call it out when you see it, instead of criticizing, inspiring. I love this read. I think I'm going to enjoy myself in New York. So let's put this together in a blessimation as I always do, and at the end of that is the end of the reading. But if you want to stick around, we're going to talk about Joining the Circle and some of the cool stuff we got going on, including at the time of this recording the 2 7-day trials we got going over on Patreon. Ready? Let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheons, please override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for us Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may we be blessed that all that we need, with all that we need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to align with the very best and the very blessed of who we are. That in that 8th chakra we may embrace our selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit, which makes sense with inspiring others there with the clarity of the third eye. Because in the crown chakra, there's some resolution. There's like all the voices, all the pieces of the puzzle are on the table up there. So as it comes down in a compassionate, loving, Kuan Yin, very healthy self-esteem, self-love kind of way, we can extend that by being playful and going, you look amazing. And by the way, I wish I could do that thing. Could you help me with that? Because I think you're really, really good at that. And comes the true love of the heart. You know, very, very that. Very, very Martha Graham in reverse. With a 6 of Swords, a journey here, a personal journey here of doing this, going from perhaps not so much fun, emotional times in relationships to one that's more smooth sailing and certainly more enjoyable. Maybe there is some kind of Aries something trine in our Leo something there with a creative spark, at least the child of the zodiac for sure, but maybe there's something really creative and a spark worth tending there, which could very well hit us like the Tower, a bolt out of the blue. Maybe someone from the past, maybe someone brand new, maybe a situation going on in which, as you inspire them, as we inspire them, maybe that's the Yod, maybe that's the finger of God coming through us and touching them. Sometimes you got to reach out and touch someone with permission, unless through prayer, then you do you. And may we be blessed with the clarity of the third eye, and may we work with Kuan Yin as we feel so called to do, that we may see clearly, seek only truth of the third eye, and see beyond people's fears and insecurities, their pain, their lead into the rich gold that is the core of all of us, for our well-being, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So motivate, and so it is. I love this new music, by the way. It's got such a neutron dance vibe to it. Janet Grace is amazing. They say, here, I like something like that. And then she does something totally different, but hits the vibe every time. I love her. Anyway, if you like the reading and the music, hit the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Might as well. It's just going to help other Leos find the reading. And if you want more of me here, you know, subscribe. And the notification bell might be handy over. Yo, I'm probably back from Gay Pride already from this. By the time this hits, yeah, I'm doing stuff in advance, so that's why hitting the notification bell if you're interested. We'll tell you when the next thing comes out. And comment, what is this about in your opinion at least? And what's your favorite way to inspire others? In lots of different ways, shapes, and forms. And by all means, do check out patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. I just today created, well, we already had the 7-day free, almost said the 7-card draw, the 7-day free trial for Seeker. Just this morning I added Human, so by the time you see this, it's probably been a week or so since I've done that. And yeah, you can absolutely check it out. All of my subscribers get those 3 benefits: the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discount. But the freebies will not be getting the extended discount. I'm holding that for subscribers. I think that's only fair. And really, seriously, if you are an artist in any way, shape, or form, a creator, and we're all creators, but do check out Patreon as a creator for yourself. They are really evolving the platform rather quickly, and I'm very excited about it. And if you want to book me for a private reading, since I changed my prices May 1st, 2023 for the 25th anniversary, it was time to redo the whole thing. You can go to my website, drawingthecircle.com. There's a store. You click on readings or spiritual counseling. It's spelled out for you in words, but I also made a video booking private sessions with Mal, which includes not just readings, but spiritual counseling and hands-on healing if I ever get around to it. I don't know if I will, but the same terms would apply. And again, my patrons get a significant discount that's all explained there, but you'll hear me say it over and over and over again if you watch the video, link in the description box. I have never turned anybody away because of finances, ever. It would kill me. I would never do it. I would never do it. I feel like the gods would snatch my clairvoyance away or something. Oh, no. Where there's a witch, there's a way, and we can work it out. We can work it out. And yeah, so click the link, check it out, book me if you wanna. But more importantly, I mean, I think this is about really you inspiring others by you being inspired yourself, right? And what a gift, how much fun it is to just literally, and speak the truth, right? Be authentic. And look, as a Leo rising, I can be incredibly charming. But that's why I'm very, very careful with that I am very, very clear and authentic. And I speak the truth that I have sought in the third eye, right? So have at it. What a wonderful reading. And seriously, wishing the very, very best and the very, very blessed of the rest of your day, of the rest of your golden timeline. Have at it. I love you. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.